We are now joined by UAAP Executive Director, the very stylish Mr. Rebo Saguisag. I'm guessing red in honor of the host University of the East.
Host, yeah, host. So, ay, twist
So,
na natin, yeah.
so you mentioned some new stipulations during the press conference. Now, one area where many UAP fans are interested in is it when it comes to the recruitment. Given the amount of players who switched teams during the offseason, the amount of high school recruits who committed to collegiate programs, and given all these happenings, there have been questions. Will the UAP set certain rules and stipulations to control how recruitment goes in the offseason? Any comment on that, Director?
Yeah, actually, there is already the existing maximum benefits rule, no? Which is just to cover the basic allowances, no? And I'm sure that you may be referring a lot of movement. That's a fact, no? But whether or not these were actually motivated by something else over and above the maximum benefits rule is something else. Now we do realize the challenge of how to police this, no? But at least in the eyes of the UAP naman, at least we come up with a rule, make it clear what we stand for in the beginning, para lang aware kasi paminsan, kaysa wala. Inisip nila, wala namang rules, so let's just do it anyway. So right now, yung policing it is another matter. It is a challenge, but that's still something to trying to address, and we will try to grow the office kasi even my office is new, so maybe we will come up with an investigation arm if necessary. But for now, like I said kanina, there are news reports, but the evidence that is needed insofar as we are concerned should be more than just mere newspaper reports.
Is it a slippery slope and complicated to kind of control or police the perks that players can receive, given that for some players, these perks might come in handy in terms of their livelihood and resources when it comes to living life?
Oh, definitely. In fact, in other jurisdictions, napapansin niyo naman na talaga iba na yung trend. You have the name, image, and likeness in the US. No? So it has changed, and that is why we also need to continuously reevaluate the concept of professionalism and amateurism. Right. So while we came up with the maximum benefits rule, we might reconsider increasing the allowances or maybe amending it further in response to these new changes.
Is there a good side though to all the movement of the players, given that the movement, the news reports, the updates that come along with this movement turns the UAAP really now into a 12-month a year news cycle?
Yes, you said it perfectly. Yes, it is interesting. So, and it adds a little bit of angle. Of course, may mga taong sanay na one face will be identified with a certain jersey. But yeah, it adds to the story of the UAP, makes things a lot more easier. And sometimes kasi, okay, yung recruitment, we have to know the motive behind it. Sometimes you follow an academic program, or if sometimes you follow your coach or the sports program. So it's not just yung extracurricular activities as we know it, no, na have motivated these players. That's too presumptuous, and it's too we don't necessarily want to jump into those conclusions ng agad-agad.
Some players have said that they feel it's within their right to pursue these perks given that the collegiate league uses their names to sell tickets, to sell merchandise, and to promote the league. Do you agree with the players in this regard?
Well, yun nga, yung, as I mentioned kanina, that we're going to NIL territory. But siguro dapat yan na medyo systematic, depending on how they are used, no, as an individual. Like in the States, I think it's limited to, like if your image is used in a certain video game. So ibang usapan yan. But yeah, these are definitely, again, no, like I said, the things that we need to continuously evaluate. Even the concept of amateurism and professionalism, and the client has clearly blurred. Parang labo nun ah. But yeah.
Last question, Director. Overall, is the UAP happy with the growth it's seen over the last few years, especially following the pandemic?
No, definitely. Like I said, today we have 16 coaches already. Coverage has increased dramatically. Even the platforms, no, and their applications, global, the simultaneous games. So definitely, we are really fueling the future.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.